Take you to this story now. So Cape Town is laying out the green carpet tonight. This is for the Earthshot Prize Awards. The ceremony aims to celebrate innovative solutions that are working to repair and regenerate our planet. Newzroom Afrika's Audrey Chimwanda is at the glittery event. Audrey, and she's standing by with the Deputy President of the country. Audrey, talk to us about what the event is looking like so far.
It's been a hectic four-day program that has all culminated to what is happening here in Cape Town. We are on the green carpet. It is time for the Earthshot Prize Awards, and we've had a number of people walking down the green carpet. Very important, we have with us the Deputy President who has agreed to speak to us. Thank you, sir, for your time. We certainly appreciate it. Just yesterday, we heard the UK Secretary David Lemmy speaking about how proud he is of South Africa's Just Energy program and how it has been very inspirational. What are your comments regarding that and how far South Africa has come in terms of turning the country green, so to speak?
Well, firstly, let me say that we started by ensuring that we are committed to this program. We are with everybody in terms of the just transition. But I want to say today that I also want to say we are grateful for what His Royal Highness Prince William has done to ensure that we host this event, because it's a highlight of our commitment to climate change. He himself has been working with communities here in South Africa, and we are going to partner with him going forward. But we call upon the developed countries to support the African continent. Let us work together. We need a lot of funding, so we hope they'll come to the party to assist the African continent. But it's important that everybody should be committed to ensuring that we save our earth and making sure that we deal decisively with the challenge that comes with climate change. So the issue of just transition and getting there, for us as South Africa, there's no question about it. We are there with everybody.
It's interesting that you speak of partnerships, because that's one of the things that the Prince of Wales spoke about, that we have non-state actors as well as government officials coming together to ensure that this dream is realized. What are some of those partnerships that South Africa has realized, especially now with the Government of National Unity? What are some of these projects that you hope to see being fruitful in the future?
Well, firstly, let me start by once again emphasizing partnership. As a government, we are working with the private sector, because dealing with issues of climate change requires partnership. Government alone will not succeed, because some of the commitments have to do with attitudes and behavior. So government can talk a lot and advertise and do all, but if others don't do their part, we will not succeed. So we are looking at projects where the private sector themselves change the way they do things. We as government change the way we do things. We must always be conscious of not polluting our environment. You know, in South Africa, we've got a lot of mines, particularly coal mines. We have coal-fired power stations. So we must start there and ensuring that those private companies that are mining, those that are running our power stations, introduce technologies that deal with emissions as we move towards through these just transitions. We must begin to limit the emissions that goes into the atmosphere, because all of us want to save the earth.
And I know that your team is waiting for you. Just the very last question. I know when we speak of conservation of the environment, we only speak of what is happening on the landscape. I mean, there's been issues to do with harnessing the ocean economy and also making sure that that part of biodiversity is protected. What are your plans going forward with that?
Well, the Minister of Environment is leading the charge there. You know that there have been projects where people are cleaning around our beaches and so on. But even the people who are fishing, they do it in such a way that they are conscious about the issue of climate. We'll say today we may meet some of them who are very involved in that sector, but doing it in such a way that they are introducing methods that will ensure that yes, you can do fishing, but you must make sure that conservation is on top of your priorities. So we support these groupings. We're going to work with them and others in different sectors of our economy to make sure that everything we do must be to preserve our earth.
Deputy President, thank you so much for your time. All the best for tonight, and we certainly hope that you enjoy the event and got to network with people that have the same cause. Deputy President Mashatile, they're speaking to us about the plans for government partnerships with private companies as well to ensure that we still have electricity, the lights are kept on, and also the oceanic nature is also preserved. I'm not alone. My colleague Nasiphi is also speaking to some of the influential people that we're expecting here tonight, from entertainers to government players to also people that are in the private sector that are here in this event. Nasiphi, who do you have on your side?
Still stationed on the green carpet, a very unconventional carpet here. It came alive and started bustling earlier on, where the first few people that walked on this green carpet were the finalists, as we do know that over 1,000 nominations were received, and today 15 finalists, and of those 5 will be walking away with the prize. And Cape Town basically coming alive. And to talk to us, I'm joined by Rachel Kolisi. Thank you so much. We saw you earlier on in the week when the Prince was interacting with the youth from various African countries and Asian countries. Talk to us about the significance of building a more clean and more sustainable world.
Yeah, it's been a real honor for me to be a part of this week, and I think that it's such an incredible initiative. I think Africa is just being represented so well, and I've really had the privilege of being a part of their youth program this week, and also with the 15 finalists this week, and understanding what they're doing on a bigger scale. And honestly, I think that if every single one of them could have a backer or a donor to really expand the work that they're doing and fund the work that they're doing, we're going to have a massive impact on climate change in Africa. But I'm always just so blown away by the greatness that South Africans and Africans have, and I've really just been able to experience that in a first row seat this week.
This is obviously the 4th Earthshot Prize ceremony or awards, but the first on the African continent. The significance of having such a prize ceremony on the African continent.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, hosting this in Africa is just such an honor, and Earthshot Prize is still quite a young project. I mean, I think this is their 4th or 5th Earthshot Prize, and just that they've thought of Africa, you know, high up on their list, I think is a real honor for us. And honestly, we've got such brilliance in our continent, and I just love to see it, you know, really shone on a global stage.
For somebody sitting at home wondering what they can do or do to make a difference in this cleaner and more sustainable world that many are trying to strive towards?
Honestly, I think an easy step would be just to follow any of the finalists or any of the youth that are a part of this week. I think all of them are highlighting really simple, easy ways to get involved. But I, for an example, have not always been very conscious and very good at addressing like very simple ways. Yes, I recycle. Yes, I choose to wear recycled dresses. But I think there's a lot more we could all be doing, and there's really just small, simple ways that we could be getting involved. So I think to follow anyone that's been a part of this week is a great first step, and really just start on the small little things.
With the youth leaders that you interacted earlier with on this week, what do you take away from those interactions that you had with them?
What I've taken away from the interactions with the youth leaders this week is just how young some of them are and how big, you know, their projects and their dreams are. And I'm really excited to see them on a real global stage in a couple of years and finalist of the Earthshot Prize. But I mean, it's phenomenal. I think the world is so inundated with such negative and terrible news. And just to come into a room that's so full of solutions and hope is a beautiful thing. It's been a privilege.
Thank you so much, Rachel Khaleesi, there on the green carpet ahead of the Earthshot Prize ceremony later this evening. Speaking about what each and every one of us can do, you start small and in that way make an impact. And Audrey is further down the green carpet for us with more people that she will be speaking to.
Thank you, Nasiphi. Rachel Khaleesi, always looking beautiful as usual. It's always good to see her. It's nice to see her here on the green carpet. Such an amazing cause that most of those people are coming out here to endorse. We have a few more celebrities that are walking the green carpet. Just to my left is supermodel Heidi Klum that'll be joining us in a few minutes. I would love to ask her some of the things that attracted her to this particular event. And the main host of this particular function is our very own South African Bolang Mateba, who will also be joining us in just a moment. She will be hosting the actual show. She's a co-host, but of course she'll be doing most of that work, and we're hoping to also speak to her. She's looking absolutely stunning. I can't wait for her to see her. And we also have people from the sports sector that are here coming to support. A few minutes ago we saw the mayor of the city also walking the green carpet. We saw DA leader John Steenhuisen with his wife also walking the green carpet. But I'll not waste any more time. We have the ever so gorgeous Heidi Klum.
How are you?
Thank you so much for speaking to us. My name is Audrey. You're live on Newzroom Afrika.
Hello.
So you're a supermodel. I've seen you on a number of shows that I follow, fashion shows. But this particular cause, what attracted you to it, and why did you make it something that you would travel for?
Yeah, I mean, it really caught my eye. I had not heard about it before, and it's been here since 2020. And I really got the call from Prince William's team, and they asked me if I would want to come down here and be one of the presenters. And then I dove into it, and I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. You know, there's all these 15 different organizations and even more, you know, who are really wrecking their brain and trying to find solutions for a better world, you know, for a better tomorrow, for our kids and our grandkids. And I have 4 kids myself. I hope that I get to be a grandmother one day, and I hope that the earth, how I know it, is still going to be here, you know. So I've learned a lot of things. Like tomorrow, for example, I was invited by Prince William and his team to go learn about sustainable fishing. I had never even heard of this. I know that there's too much fishing going on, but I didn't know you could do this sustainably. So I'm excited to learn about this tomorrow. I'm excited that, you know, there's so many news stations here, that you're here, that, you know, everyone is talking about this, so people on their televisions or wherever they're seeing this, you know, they're taking note. Hopefully they're, you know, they can do something also.
So you're also in the fashion world, and one of the topics that was being discussed on the panel was sustainable fashion, in terms of the clothes that we wear, to make sure that we're not wasteful.
Because it is possible. I have a very good friend of mine, his name is Yannick Saboni, and he does everything 100% sustainable. It is possible. You know, we can make beautiful clothes, you know, out of sustainable materials. It is maybe a little bit more expensive, and maybe it is a little bit more complicated than how we have been making clothes in the past, but it's doable. And I would spend more money, a little bit more money, to, you know, have something that I know that when I wear it, I can feel good and I can sleep at night better, that I know, okay, this is okay for our planet. I think it's important. And also, we can re-wear our clothes. We don't always need to have a new gown and a new something every time. So I'm wearing a vintage Holston dress.
That was going to be my next question. I'm going to step away so our viewers can see what you are looking like this evening. A beautiful orange dress. And who are you wearing?
It is vintage Holston. And I loved it because I loved the color of it. I thought this was beautiful. And yeah, I do try and wear a lot of vintage pieces. I have 4 kids. I have 2 boys and 2 girls, and I'm very proud when my daughters are wearing my clothes and that they love it, and that they know also that, you know, it's not only important buying sustainable clothes, but also to re-wear your clothes. It's okay. And I feel like, you know, Prince William's amazing wife, Princess Kate, is such an amazing woman because she's been doing this for years. You know, we always see her in the magazines re-wearing her clothes, and we should also do this.
Absolutely. And my last question to you, your message to South Africans, and what you think of Cape Town?
It is a beautiful town. I have to say it's a beautiful land, but I have to say the people here are even more beautiful. Everyone has been super welcoming. The food here was amazing, and everyone is just welcoming me with open arms, and I'm super grateful to be here. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful
Thank you so
place.
much, Heidi. Thank you for speaking to us. I certainly appreciate you. You look absolutely stunning, and we'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your evening. That was Heidi Klum, supermodel and one of the presenters here on this show. We have Miss B on the red carpet. Hi. You look
Africa.
You look absolutely stunning, gorgeous.
Thank
what do
you.
you think of this event? You are one of the main co-hosts tonight.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
Oh man, I'm looking forward to, I think, everybody at home finally getting to know a little bit more about our wonderful nominees, the important work that they're all doing, but I think more than anything to welcome international guests. Here in Cape Town is quite a dream come true. To be a representative of South Africa, to really showcase our spirit, our hospitality, our global reach. It's a phenomenal day. I think not only for the winners tonight, but I think for the city of Cape Town and for South Africa in general, but also just to create awareness for an issue that is so urgent and so important.
And of course, as South Africans, they're super proud that you're one of the co-hosts of this show, but you are working with Mr. Billy Porter.
Yes.
How has been the planning coming up to today?
It's been quite rigorous, lots of rehearsals. We've been rehearsing for the past 4.5 days, but also what I love about the Earthshot organization is that they really immersed us into what the vision of the organization is, what each of the 15 finalists have, are busy with, and how each of their innovations is going to impact this wonderful project. But yeah, it's been really fascinating. I'm going to leave here feeling inspired, I think my business practices are going to change. I feel just a little bit more of a responsibility when it comes to sustainability and just making sure that my footprint is as tiny as possible.
And I want to find out exactly what that is. You spoke about your business, how you'll be doing things differently, but I want to talk about what you're wearing today, just for our viewers to get an overview. I know we're having very serious topics that we're talking about today, but so is fashion. She's looking stunning. We almost have the same colors, but how dare I compare myself to the incomparable Miss B. We wish you all the best tonight. We're going to be watching throughout the program, and I hope that our viewers also will be able to learn something. Any message to our viewers as you leave?
I say, I am really inspired. I think when it comes to a shared vision, responsibility, and unity, we could really, really change the world. And we have the world in our backyard, so we should be really, really proud. I think we have a lot of work to do, but we're getting there.
And things about the Deputy President here as well has been quite encouraging.
Yeah.
We'll leave you to it. We cannot wait to see you the rest of tonight. We know you're going to be stunning and you're going to kill it. So all the best tonight.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
One of the co-hosts of the Earthshot Prize Awards, Ms. Bonang Mateba, she's just speaking to us about how prepared she is for this show that starts in just a few minutes. Of course, she's not alone. She's going to be co-presenting with Mr. Billy Porter, who's an American actor and also in the entertainment world, who flew just for this function. And they're talking about how inspired they are that they get to be a part of this function. Oh, and speaking of Mr. Porter, I actually see him to the left. I hope we can speak to him. I'll try and call him. Mr. Porter? Mr. Porter? Yes, please, can I speak to him quickly? Oh, unfortunately, we missed him. Yes, Newzroom Afrika. I think we are going to speak to him. We have his manager going to call him so he can speak to us and tell us what excites him about this show that is going to be a huge part of. We've also seen a number of just ordinary South Africans, Capetonians, who have been a part of this program, talking about how they have taken it home in terms of conservation, environmental activism. As you can start it from your home, you don't have to be a huge figure, a public figure, an influential figure to be able to implement some of the issues that were spoken about yesterday. I mean, we saw Prince William just today speaking to some of those young innovators and trying to find scalable solutions to ensure that whatever they do going forward is something that lasts for generations and generations. Of course, the 15 nominees that are going to be part of this program today, out of those 15, only 5 of them get to win that £1 million prize. And Prince William yesterday was just talking about how he hopes this money goes to other projects that haven't been realized. There's so much to tap into. They spoke of artificial intelligence being a huge part of some of the solutions that need to be found and used and scaled. They also spoke, which I found quite interesting, about indigenous knowledge systems. When you speak to your gogos at home, that know which tree has to be planted in which season and which fruits out of season when and why we need to make sure that we tap into that knowledge and not only speak of people and their modern technology. Those are some of the things that we got to learn yesterday from the Prince. I'm not sure if Nasiphi has anyone else that she would like to speak to, but if she doesn't have, I suppose we'll speak to the next person. Yes. Good evening, ma'am. You look absolutely stunning. Thank you for speaking to us. You are live on Newzroom Afrika. Could you please introduce yourself to us and tell us why it was important for you to be here today?
Of course. My name is Nina Dobrev. I'm so happy to be here for so many reasons, but the main reason being that there's so many incredible, groundbreaking innovators that we're going to be celebrating tonight and giving a platform and a voice and drawing more attention to them, because we need it now more than ever. Climate change is in dire need of some change. And so it's just so amazing that His Royal Highness Prince William put this, the fact that he 4 years, the fact that it's only been 4 years to me is so impressive and so amazing, because the way they not only award the winners, which the winners obviously get a lot of notoriety and support, but also the finalists. Like, that's my favorite part about this specific organization, is that not just the winners get to succeed, but all of the finalists get the support and all the resources from the organization, so that everyone can be uplifted and everyone can make a change, because we need everyone in order for this to really work.
You know, I have to confess, my friends are certainly going to kick me after this, because immediately when you said your name, I'm like, Audrey, of course. It's Nina Dobrev. My apologies. I mean, you're a stunning actress, of course. You look different in real life. You look even more beautiful in real life. So it's an honor to speak to you now. Coming from a first world country, when it comes to issues of funding, what role do you think that countries that have the resources can play and tap into this project?
I mean, I read a statistic earlier today that Africa specifically, even though a huge majority, a large portion of the world lives here and the population is only growing rapidly, but only between 0.5 to 1.5% of the funds actually make it back here. That was an alarming statistic, and I hope that I said the numbers correctly. But yeah, I mean, the entire world has a responsibility to help out in every way that they can. And that's why it's so great, and I'm so happy that it's happening here in Cape Town, and it sort of gets the world's eyeballs looking in this direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just found out yesterday that the Earthshot Prize, which was founded in 2020, 4 years ago, has so far accumulated almost £80 million. I mean, how impressive is that? And what are the possibilities that can actually be improved?
I mean, it gives resources to the innovators that are actually creating change. There's so many organizations, and I believe they highlighted 15, if I'm not mistaken. And every year, 15 more. It gives people incentive to have the possibilities to actually scale and make it bigger and make more change. And that's to me incredible.
Ms. Nina, thank you for speaking to us. We certainly appreciate it. We'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the evening. Hopefully we'll speak to you again much later on.
I have to go present an award, so
and we cannot wait to see you. Oh, you're going to be amazing. I mean, this is what you do.
Thank you, thank you.
Cheers, Ms. Nina Dobrev. They're just speaking about how important it is also to get funding for projects such as these. Otherwise, they can never be scaled, so that it doesn't become just a talk shop, but people are actually tapped in and put where their money, where their pocket is, or one of the two. But so far, a lot of money has been generated from this project. Also, we're told that about 200 investors in this short period of time have actually tapped into this and are hoping to actually scale that. Mr. Billy Porter is here. Just my luck that you decided to come back to us. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good to see you. Good to see you.
So good to see you. Thank you for speaking to us.
Of
Welcome
course.
to South Africa.
Thank you.
Your initial thoughts when you came here? It can't be your first time, seriously.
It is my very first time in Africa. It feels like home. I feel grounded. The people have actually literally said to me, welcome home. Being here tonight, brings me a lot of hope on a very hopeless day in America. You know, we're going to be all right. It takes time, it takes effort, and this feels like a coming together of sorts that is very powerful and sends a message to the whole world that when good people come together, good things happen.
Yes, and I know you're referring to your just ended elections with Mr. Trump coming back as the 47th president. Of course, a lot of mixed feelings about that, but it all comes back to the issue.
There are no mixed feelings.
You are very clear. It speaks to the issue of policy. What direction would you like to see that going into when it comes to climate change and the effects to reverse it?
I would love for America to be engaged. We have to accept that it will not be. We have to accept America's out. Period. That's unfortunate, but America's out. So other people are going to have to take up the slack. Other countries are going to have to take up the slack.
I'm so sad.
I did everything I could. We did everything we could, and the people have chosen. America is not now, nor have we ever been, better than this. White supremacy reigns. It has for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's unfortunate, and that's what it is. As we move forward, we will continue to try to, you know, deal with it.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling at home in South Africa.
Yes,
Just very quickly, today you're going to be one of our co-hosts. We cannot wait to feel your energy because we know you're always so energetic and so animated, which I absolutely love. How was your preparation and also working with Bonang Matheba?
Oh, Bonang, she is just a dream. She's the most gorgeous and talented co-host I've ever worked with, I think. You know, we've just had so much fun. You know, we immediately felt like family, and it's just been a lovely time.
Yes. Well, we hope to see you a bit later on. Of course, we'll see you hosting this amazing, amazing awards. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Mr.
Thank
Billy
you, of
Porter.
course.
And once again, welcome home.
Thank you.
Mr. Billy Porter, one of the co-hosts of this auspicious prize award show, we'll be seeing a bit later on as the show starts in about, I think, half an hour. We'll have to leave it there for now. We'll take a short break. Back to you in studio, Naledi.